Welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as we are live during Riyadh season at the Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. He tipped the scales at 72 kilos, 180 centimeters tall, with a reach of 188. And they'll be facing Supersonic. These two will be competing as middleweights, one of the most glamorous divisions in all of boxing.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up.
It's the incomparable. Up against them, Supersonic from the United States of America.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middle.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more, try some stick and move. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on there.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He just misses with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Why weren't they more cautious? I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, real good defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great round. Now relax.
And there's the bell for round 2. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good punch. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter-puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Failing to score with that right hook. Do you believe what we're seeing? How about that time counter shot? Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. And there's the bell for round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Done with that counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. No rest for the weary. They drop their guard, they get caught. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two.
There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. See it again. There's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Get up, look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. We just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
They exchange punches. Fantastic punch. He threw up final 10 seconds here. Unless we get some late drama, I think we all know who won this round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
You gotta take that confidence away. Great work, I love it. I love it. That jab slick.
Time for the 5th round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Miss with that jab. It's all offense all the time. Good counter punch. There's a counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? On to the 6th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it. Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot that pickpocket him.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? He misses with that jab. Shot lands. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook was off target. A perfect counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. That hook just can't find the target. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always come. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Hey, those punches add up. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And he scores with the counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your
I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater, and what a night it's going to be. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time.
Deontay Wilder, bronze bomber, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. His knockout percentage is off the chart. Eastern Assassin.
This bout is...
Not too many seats to be had in this arena, as you can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. That jab gets blocked. Punch, counter punch. Just misses that uppercut. That hook doesn't score. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making of excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That counter punch caught him clean. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Back into the fight.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He threw a punch and just got countered. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
How you do with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Ball in a match, though. Pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. see a jab from these two. A straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that lap. And there's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Nice counter. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. Well done with that counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. Good counter punch. Good defense on the right uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This is a high-octane battle. Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be... And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we continue.
Talk about Holmes losing that lap. There's the bell to start round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That uppercut misses. And he scores with the counter. How about that time counter shot? Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think it. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
That counter shot lands. Perfect counter shot. Oh my, the big fella just got rocked.